Both sides nearly back to the original starting positions. Paramanov looks like he's going to play at centre half forward now, so a young kid that does take a nice mark. Umpire about to hold the ball aloft. We're almost ready. Here we go. Third quarter action here at Bannockburn. As said, 9-6, 60 to 5-3, 33. Other scores we'll bring you as we get them through. So the ball picked up by Taylor in the middle of the ground. Goes to Watt on his left side, Eric, and gets the ball out wide. Goes towards BJ Harding, and Harding takes the mark in front of Armistead. Armistead over the top of him, has running through, but Harding just slowing things up. Looking to push the ball in towards the pocket. Goes looking for Reddy. Nice kick. Good position. Matheson does well. Able to get a hand.
A lot more happens when you kick to the hot spot.
So Digger's doing the ruck work. Picked up by Reynolds with a bit of strength. Works through the contest. Goes looking for Fletcher. Has runners outside. That's Armstead. And he now picks the ball up. He was good in the first half. Continues on. Goes back towards centre wing. Dylan coming across with a fly of the ball. Swain's there. Paramanov also. Ball forced towards the boundary line. Heiss kicks the ball further afield, but does find the boundary line and will be thrown back into the field of play. On centre wing.
Certainly
Swain.
the intensity is pretty solid, Cal, at the start of this quarter.
Definitely.
Van Creeken, quick kick from that contest, goes into the half-forward line. Van Engen's there, coming through, picked up there by Hobbs. He fended off, I don't know who was fending off, but he handballs to Watts, now to Howie. Howie goes through the centre of the ground, kick, doesn't have a lot of carry on it, but favours Harding, bounces over his head. Woodhouse grabs the ball, goes back towards Fletcher. Fletcher off a step, kicks back towards Harvey on centre wing. Hands up, takes the mark, goes around Watts, kicks in towards centre half forward again. Bryant's gone forward, and now comes Briggy. A mark not paid, had to be mark and or free kick. And Paul Briggy will have the first shot at goal in the third quarter. Better movement through the middle of the ground this time from North Geelong, and directly to that forward in Paul Briggy.
So it took him a whole quarter to get that that movement into the forward line. That was good work by Harvey, as you said there, Dale. Just coming in on the inside, opened up the whole ground for him.
So ball Briggy, only 30 metres out, directly in front. Distance not a problem. Accuracy also not a problem. First goal of the third quarter goes to North Geelong.
Kicked, but it's been very good this year.
Okay, ball back in the middle as Weiss. He gets the tap down for North Geelong, but at ground level, Watts again. Brad Watts on that favoured left foot, kicks it back towards half forward numbers with North Geelong, but gee, the drop of the footy, Tyquin, great feed out wide. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get there, but eventually it's good work picked up by Dylan. Dylan back to Hoy. He's gone to full forward. Gee, 3-on-1 back there against the Bannockburn forwards. Now there's a whistle on play. Which way is it going?
North Geelong.
Umpire's not allowing the advantage as it's gone back to free kick to North Geelong. Last line of defence. Comes to Reynolds by hand. He's kicked long towards centre wing. In front, Swain. Good defence. Doing the roving was Weiss, of all things. Long kick towards half forward. Ross Dillon can't take the mark. Recovers well at ground level. Unfortunately for him, Parker does well. But, gee, the defence working overtime for Bannockburn right at the moment. They go towards the boundary. And ball still in play as I've lost sight of it completely. The handball come to Parker, has a bounce, he's gone goal. It's
Missed it.
What's he done? Missed square. He could have handball over the top, but that wasn't to be. Now Bannockburn clear, lovely clearing kick has found Matt Watts, middle of the ground. He goes across the ground, it's got to be pinpoint perfect. It's not. Reynolds picks it off for North Geelong, goes towards centre half forward. A great pass. And leading up, a very strong mark on his chest is Mitch Troy.
I know I had this issue last year, Dale, but Matt Watts, his kicking, although it's very strong and very straight, his ability to read the depth of how hard he needs to kick the ball isn't very good. Just turned it over there again.
Well, the kick from Mitch Troy is absolutely missed everything. Missed the to the right-hand side, out of bounds on the full.
Dale, do you have the scores for the half-time scores, Dale?
I will, mate. We'll just go over the play here until we get a break, and it's O'Neill who brings the ball out from the fullback position, 1-2 with Howie. Now puts himself under pressure, has Hammond up the middle of the ground. That's a great kick, has perfect weight on it. We talked about weight of a football. He transfers play out wide, goes looking towards Harding. Good spoil from the behind there. Swennerson at the front, has pressure from behind. Harding takes him off the ball. Now it's over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play.
Interesting, Armistead playing on Harding.
on the half-back line. He's pretty good through the wing in the first half, but obviously Frank just looking for that extra drive through the half-back line. Ball thrown back into play. Weiss, big arm, round arm, goes towards Taylor. Steps back inside, tackle. Ball comes out in the tackle, and it's going to be a free kick. Umpire's going to call him back. No advantage. So North Geelong, good work, free kick. So it's going to go to Woodhouse. He looks like he's zipping to the free kick. So on centre wing, has the ball. Goes looking towards Paramanov. Kicks out in front. He's up in the air. Good mark. All not taken. The spoil from behind. It says it's too high. And he's going to be rewarded there. So the free kick and/or mark goes to Mark Paramanov. So he's got the ball. So he kicks the ball from that position. Goes inside. Over the top. Mitchell Troy once again. So similar position. Looking for the same.
And it's paying off at the moment.
So Mitchell Troy comes in, shoots a goal. Better looking kick off the boot. Better looking result too. That is through for a major score. And Mitch Troy got his first till 11-12. Geelong West 1 behind. 9-12 East Geelong. Corio 4 goals 3. Belmont Lions 4-6. Anarchy 10 goals 4.
Ball from the middle. It's been picked off by Bannockburn. Watts it is. Gets it to Hammond. Hammond, nice handball over the top looking for Dickers. Ball doesn't bounce kindly. Reynolds attacks the footy, picks it up. Handball to Swain. Over to Weiss. Weiss now for North. North showing a bit more purpose here as Fletcher accepts a handball, goes long inside 50, looking for Briggy.
Good
and
grab.
a magnificent mark. He was interfered with. He did everything, they did everything in their power, as well as a Bannockburn defender. I think it might have been Van Ingen running across his path. And Briggy, excellent hands. And 35 metres out, 45-degree angle, has kicked one this quarter already. The opportunity to bring North Geelong right back into this game. He stabbed at it a little bit, but he's got it through, and that's goal number 4, which takes him to 30 for the...
holding his team up.
So ball back with the umpire, middle of the ground. The umpire goes up to Weiss, knocks the ball down, goes out, back and does his own work. Weiss hits the ball to Hess, and he comes through, or Heiss, and he's got the ball at ground level. Dorber's also down there on hands and knees. Gets the ball out, still got it. Umpires let the game go. Now he comes in. We'll say we'll do it all again. Ball up, almost the same spot.
After the goal, Ross Dillon called all of his 6 defenders together, and they had quite a conference at centre half back.
Oh, really? That's good work by him.
So the ball's kicked down, goes towards centre half forward, picked up there by Van Ingen, goes by hand to Dillon. Dillon kicks the ball out towards Dickers, behind. Reynolds does well, can't be paid that mark. Ball come off the hands in the front this time. He's over the ball, needs to be careful. Umpire's going to come in and say it was touched. So umpire throws the ball in the air. Dorber over the top, goes to Perkins. Now Swennerson has the ball. This is Kane, kicks the ball along the ground. Not much ground gained there, but it's now Giles diving on top of it. He needs to be careful. Umpire's letting it go. Now he says he's holding it in. And a resulting free kick to North Geelong. Brent Swennerson, resulting free kick from that centre half back position. Kicks out towards centre wing. Kick not well directed, and Watts doesn't have to move, and he takes the mark. Has players further afield. Taylor's short. Had Tyquin further afield, but went towards Wayne. He's over the top of it, needs to get the ball out. Could be in a similar position here. Umpire says it's not coming out. And a free kick goes to... No, it's not going to be a ball up on half forward.
Not consistent, are they? Same scenario and different decision. So the ball now in front of our broadcast position. Centre wing. Weiss wrestles with Dorber. Ball comes to ground. Umpire letting play go on. Umpire giving plenty of instructions there. I don't know who to, but the ball picked up by Reynolds from the ruck contest. Goes towards half forward, attacking the football. Now is Ross Dillon. He turns into trouble, gets it to Harding by hand. Now Harding, the long kick to half forward. That's a well-controlled kick, but Tyquin didn't attack the footy on that occasion. Picked up by Fletcher. Now it's picked up, the mark taken by Swennerson. So Brent Swennerson goes towards full forward. Oh, almost another fine mark there from Briggy. Ball comes to ground. Ross Dillon now. He's tackled. Ball comes out wide. Handball has been into the arms of Brad Watts. And a nice control kick finds Cottrell, centre of the ground. Cottrell across the ground, player on his own for Bannockburn. Handball quickly has gone to Pat Dillon. He goes to Tyquin, who takes the mark. Could have almost been a free kick to Eddie, I think, in the marking contest. Wasn't to be. So it is Tyquin now, 35, 40 metres from goal. And this is interesting. Brad Watts being subbed off or been swapped for a bit of a rest. He's been dominant on his wing. So now it is Taekwon. Moves in. It's a good-looking kick off the boot, but he's wavered to the right-hand side, and that's a miss. But it is the first score for the quarter to the Bannockburn side. 9-7-61. They lead North 8-3-51. This is the Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard. 12.5 minutes gone.
So the ball's kept in quickly, goes to Weiss. Wumbo goes back towards Reynolds from the back line, goes out towards centre wings. Wenderson's in front, Spoil from behind. Dando does well, picked up there by Harding. He doesn't actually collect it. Pittman comes through, now steams towards centre half forward. Kick goes in, Briggy in front. O'Neill comes to ground level. Briggy quick to recover, kicks round the corner, and Paul Briggy, he kicks goal number 5 and the 9th goal for the North Geelong side.
Totally confused there. Matt Watts now, probably inside 50 when he kicks the footy, and he gives it a decent sort of a how do you do. He's unfortunately offline to the left of the big timber. So that's a behind one. The Grandy Cycling Sport third quarter scoreboard, 14.5 minutes gone.
So Taylor Reynolds kicks to himself, brings the ball out towards centre wing, up in the front. Dylan comes over the top, goes to Harding. Harding goes back inside to Perkins. Quick hands off to Howie. Howie short kick, misses the target. Weiss going to clean up, tried it with one hand, then kick the ball off the ground, goes towards the forward pocket, picked up by Taylor, feeds the ball out towards Watt, goes back on his right side, steadies, and goes to the far side of the contest of the ground. Oh, Mark, good taken there by young Matt Taekwon. And he's marked the ball right beside the behind post. So just got to have a bit of a thought process here. Just needs to set himself up. He's going to look back inside. No, he's going to go for the banana, as his old man would do. Steps around, kicks round the corner, but brings it back too far and through for another minor score. So 9-9 now to the Bannockburn side. 9-3 North Geelong, goal of difference. 15 minutes in. Ball comes out towards Fletcher, doesn't take the mark, got a hand on it, now it runs over the boundary line, and it will be Bannockburn goalless. Ball thrown back into the field of play, ball from Perkins, comes down to Bryant, Bryant to Van Creeken by hand, Van Creeken further afield, goes towards the player in Pittman, can't pick the ball up, goes back to Van Creeken, quick hands, probably too quick, picked up by Perkins, goes backwards to Howie, needs to pick the ball up, has good presence, handballs out wide to Harding, went to step back inside, put himself under pressure now, goes back towards Howie, needs to get the ball up to Perkins, that's what it needs on the boot, in the road is Weiss, he handballs out wide, running Fletcher, picks the ball up, handball's good, also goes back towards Pittman, has time to steady, kicks in towards the leading Briggy going back, but Dando stands his ground, takes the mark, has Dylan running in behind, went to handball, now has to steady, puts the ball on the ground, handball comes out, goes to Van Ingen, running player still is Dando. Needs players running to that side of the ground, has Dylan out wide, goes in that direction, he takes the mark, and Paddy Dylan in front of I think it's Mark Harvey it is out there. So now Paddy Dillon goes further afield, centre half forward. Taekwon takes the mark. Probably could have kept playing on, but wasn't called to do so by the umpire. And now kicks in towards the full forward and Eddie. They're at the front of the contest. No player arrives. Now it's Cockrell on hands and knees. Feeds the ball out. Eddie arrives with it. Handball's over the top. Good handball. Goes towards Taylor. Runs towards goal. Kicks along the ground and has kicked the goal. A much needed goal. So Kane Taylor has his third. And
numbers with North there, players all misjudged at ground level. Taekwon does well, but Reynolds, sheer physical strength. He's overrun there. The ball won back by Bannockburn. Kicked back inside 50. Good marking contest here. Harding was the crumb. Couldn't get it, unfortunately. Now Perkins, a nice handball, gets one back, running into an open goal. Oh, Matheson kept his eye on the footy and marked in the last line of defence. Nice handball away. And Armistead goes towards centre wing with a long kick. Lovely tap down by Dorber, and there's a lovely kick. And inside forward 50, it is Cockrell, and he also he controlled the ball well because Eddie was on his own and called it. He got away from Matheson on that occasion, and Aaron Eddie now 45 metres out, next to no angle to really speak of, and the opportunity to get two in a minute for the Bannockburn side. Eddie sizing it up here and taking his time about the execution of this kick. Moves in very deliberately. Looks pretty good onto the boot. A beautiful kick from Aaron Eddie. That's his third also for the day. So
So the ball back in the middle of the ground. Paranoff and also Dorber gets down to Sweaterson, kicks forward, half forward. Parker protects the space, picked up by Troy. Handball running past, found Paranoff. He missed the first one. We'll go back and try and collect it again. Watts is there, needs his left side. Now he finds it, goes on it, has the handball backwards, goes back towards Dando, kicks over the top. Not too sure he's going to, but Hoey's going to come in and take the mark. So Hoey now has the ball, chips wider, goes looking for Matt Watts, and also out there is Harding. Both players from North Geelong overrun it. So now Watts has the ball on centre wing, just handballs in towards the forward line, kicks the ball in, going back, can't be, marks not taken there by Swennerson, picked up there by Matheson, been good again today, over the top to Armistead, runs out of defence, nice kick, going looking for Heiss. He's struggling to run out there. I'm not too sure if he's got an injury or not, but he's got the ball in his hand, so it doesn't matter anymore. He's tackled, brought down in the contest, goes towards Harvey, good clean pickup, went back to Heiss. He's looking for someone to handball off, pressure there. Bannockburn have increased their pressure, balls comes out, umpire says it's incorrect, and the free kick goes to Hutchison of Bannockburn. So in the middle of the ground, now it's 50, someone's giving it a mouthful, and the 50-metre penalty is going to apply. So against Justin Heiss.
He was probably under pressure twice, wasn't he, Cal? And really it's Heiss who's on the mark.
So Hutchison it is with the ball, steps over 50, will kick from 45. He's not going to make the distance, going to land in the square. Plenty of numbers there, and Matt Tyquin puts his hand up, and he takes the mark.
It's looking good.
You'd be pretty pleased with this effort, Dale, for a young fella.
Look, as I said, Eric, before the game, I said to the boys in charge, and I just didn't know it was the right time to bring him up, but geez, he's acquitted himself very well.
Yes,
hasn't been able to play a lot of footy because of the Falcons, which has been a bit disappointing for not only for him because he loves to play footy. Does all the training. This time the boomerang again. Unfortunately, he doesn't kick that one either, but it's 1 goal 3. He's finding the ball well enough. Just needs to finish off. So at 11:06:76, 11:10:76 to 9:3:57. 22 minutes gone. Third quarter, the Granny Cycling Sports scoreboard.
So the kick in, and Tyquin again picked up the crumbs. The ball kicked back into the goal area. Reynolds, I reckon he's in big trouble. Reynolds has tried to bounce the ball. Fantastic tackle. Is it Dickers?
Yep.
Fantastic effort on his behalf, and they're going to pay the ultimate price perhaps here in North Geelong because Reynolds took him on, and Dickers was up to the task with the tackle. He's got the free kick. He's on a very acute angle. Man on the mark beside the behind post. So Dickers, I would think not a noted goal kicker, surely.
Definitely not.
But I tell you what, what's he done with it? He's kicked it right across the face of goal, and Tyquin has taken the mark, and
he's turned over.
It's now turned over as the mark taken for the North Geelong side by Harvey. Gets the ball back towards the centre of the ground. Mark dropped there, perhaps could have been paid. Lee Perkins, handball comes out. Now Bannockburn, they come in again through Kendall, but terrific defence in the middle of the ground here by North Geelong. They're working very, very hard to get the ball forward. So far not successful. Now they get a handball clear. Can they get it running? Here it is in the arms of Fletcher. Takes on one. Nice handball to Reynolds, who's running. Now the long kick towards centre half forward. Numbers with Bannockburn. Ross Dillon almost to mark. It comes to ground, and good work by Bannockburn. They've combined well. The ball comes out to Brad Watts. Can he get it inside the boundary? I'm not too sure. It's Paramanov was descending on him with great height, and they've got the ball over the boundary line in front of the change rooms here at Victoria Park. 23 minutes gone, third quarter, 9-3 North. Trail Bannockburn 11-10.
So the ball now to be thrown back into play over the top. Paddy Dillon takes it out of the contest. Handball's back, goes to Watts, kicks off a step, but standing in the road is Weiss. High ball, needs support, has it there. Went to get round a player, needs to release it, does so. On Turk, tries to kick the ball. Not too sure what his thought process was there, but neither is he, I don't think. Handball comes out, goes towards the player in Baker, but unfortunately Giles has dropped the ball incorrectly. Resulting free kick goes towards Pittman. Pittman doesn't waste any time. That's good, gets it in towards Briggy. He's in front, can't take the mark, probably manhandled. Goes towards Dorber, out towards Hobbs. Hobbs wider, goes looking for Watts. He's been good out there in this wing today. Has a player further afield, but he's steadying himself down. Perkins is short if he needs him. He's going to go long, so Watts now loads up, goes towards Eddie, coming across is also Big Bull Weiss, gets the contest, Dando read the play well, takes a bounce, looking for support, went on his left side, gets through that contest, not too sure, he didn't want to kick for goal, goes towards Paddy Dillon, he kicks at goal, and again it's going to go through, no it's not, mark's taken again by Matt Tyquin. He's had 3 shots from this position, this time plays on quickly, goes looking for Giles, can't make the mark, steps back on his right side, opens up space for Hutchison. Hutchison towards goal, and Hutchison kicks the goal. So he's now kicked his first goal.
It just seems to be the way it is today. They're winning the key contest and moving it forward efficiently.
Well, from the tap down, Weiss got the tap down, but it's Bannockburn who get the clearance. A lovely handball out. So Hutchison overrun the footy, went without getting hold of it first. Now the turnover goes to North Geelong towards half forward. Ross Dillon put the body on the line, didn't take the mark. Cleared out by hand there from Hobbs, but North, they're working very hard. They reckon it's time for them to get a goal, and it certainly is that. But a handball, a blind handball came out to Ross Dillon. Nice looking kick from him has found Baker. He goes on towards, it's Dillon. Dillon handball back to Watts. Watts now back into the corridor. Not a good kick. Oh, great mark there by Kane Swenderson. And at centre half back, stems are tied for North Geelong.
By hand to Taylor Reynolds, off and running again. He does that a lot. Went towards Paramount, doesn't take the mark. Parker's there. Good handball inside to Swenderson. Little chip forward, finds Bryant. So Ben Bryant outside 50. Probably had time to steady, but went too quick. And I think he's put the ball out of bounds on the full. He has. Beside the behind post in front near the club rooms. End of the ground, southern end. So Jamie Van Ingen resulting free kick for the Bannockburn side. So Van Ingen looking for players to go to. First choice is going to be Watts. Set him a target here because he's got players in front. Doesn't even make the contest. Swenderson couldn't get the first grab. Hoist justs his head, goes back to Paramanov. Quick handball in. Good handball there to Pittman. Goes over, goes short, looking for Kingwell. Good spoil from behind. Bryant read that well, gets through the contest and shoots towards goal, but is offline and through for a minor score.
Neil with the football in the goal square to bring it back into play for Bannockburn. Goes straight down the corridor. That's a lovely looking kick with the drop on the marking contest. Ross Dillon got into the back of Jamie Weiss, and Weiss for North Geelong will take the free kick. Handball quickly to Fletcher. He's away and running. He's gone out very wide and found a teammate, and it's young Bryant, is it?
Yep.
On the half forward flank. And probably not without a chance, although his last couple of shots at goal, the kicking hasn't been what he would have perhaps desired it to be. But Ben Bryant moves in. Pretty decent angle. It's a pretty decent kick. It's gone across the face of goal and through for another behind. 2 in a minute for him, and it's the 5th for North Geelong. 9:5:59. They trail Bannockburn 12-10-82 to Grandy Cycling Sport. Third quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes gone.
Ball comes in quickly, found Van Ingen on the half-back line, plays on, goes round the corner to towards centre wing. Dillon's made good ground, takes the mark. So he's now 2 kicks back in the centre, has a short player on, goes over the top. Cockrell's the target, he takes the mark. So Cockrell now at the 28-minute mark, and the siren will sound. He's a good kick of the football, but I don't think he can get that fast. But he's going to decide to load up. Doesn't hit it well, and it's not going to make the distance. Marked off there by Matheson. So at three-quarter time, 28 minutes that quarter, pretty close to the same with all three. 12-10-82 to Bannockburn, 9-5-59. Goal kickers to this stage of the game.